test for the International English Language Testing System, and the candidate is Anya Sharma. Candidate's number is 849004, and the examiner is William Harris, number 6171. Good morning. My name is William Harris. Good morning. Can you tell me your full name, please? It's Anaya Sharma. Thank you. And what shall I call you, please? Call me Anaya. That's a good. In the first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. So, do you work or are you a student? No, I'm a student. I'm currently doing my PS in Media and Communication Studies. That is nice. Now, let's talk about uh, hot beverages. Do you like hot drinks? Why or why not? Yes, I do. I absolutely do. I start my day with a cup of homemade tea. I've always been a tea lover since my childhood. I think it's not just a drink, it's a culture, it's emotion. And so back in India, we used to have the artist twice a day, a cup in the morning, cup with breakfast, and another one during any time of the day, mostly in the evening. So is tea very popular in your home country? Yes, it isn't. It is. It is available at literally every corner of the street, and the people have it every now and then. And we have it in typical different flavors as well. And they add a little bit of ginger to it. It tastes delicious. So that is interesting. And so, what drink would you offer to guests at home? And on the season, who offer tea to anyone who comes over to our house. But if it is a brief visiting during summer, so then we just offer them a cold drink or fruit juices or simply a lemonade. Lemonade. When was the last time I had a cup of tea? Oh, this morning. This morning, all right. Now, let's move on to the second part of the speaking test. I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 or 2 minutes. Before you talk, you have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand? Yes, I understand. Here is your topic. Describe a crowded place. So you have been to your preparation time is now over. Remember, you have 1 or 2 minutes for this. So don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up. I can start speaking now, please. So one of the most crowded places I have ever been to was Central Park in the city. I went with my friends to see the celebrations there, and I could not believe the number of people there I saw that night. Most people went there to see the fireworks show, and the crowd was enormous. The people there were just dancing, drinking, eating, and they were just enjoying themselves, having the time of their lives. We went there at about 10 p.m. A few hours before midnight, and we thought it would be busy, but nothing could prepare us for such enormous crowd. And then we saw that the traffic was very slow as we approached the downtown area had a central bridge on the river, and as we got closer to the bridge, we could see that the police had sealed off several blocks off from the city. So we had to get out of our car and walk the rest of the way. and it took us 15 to 20 minutes to reach our destination. And on our way, as I got hungry, so I bought some food for myself, and eventually we arrived at the Central Square, and there were so many people. The streets were filled, and they were happy. They were enjoying enjoying it. Then and there was this fantastic lighting display which illuminated the iconic buildings, and the whole sky was shining with fireworks. And then we all counted down unto midnight, and then we turned to each other and wished each other a happy new year. And those were the prettiest fireworks I had ever seen in my life, and I'm really glad that I went. Well done. So, will you go there again this year? Oh, yes, I have mentioned. I had my friends say yes, yes, and we have planned to get our hair and nails done, and I'm gonna buy a dress for the event. I can't wait. I'm excited. That sounds great. Now, would you say that the majority of cities in your country are overcrowded? Yes, I believe so. As we all know that India is the second most populous country in the world, and I think the main reason for the high population density is people moving from smaller towns in rural areas to bigger cities in search of employment and better living conditions, which creates a hustle and bustle in the cities. And also because of political instability. And the streets in India are very narrow, and people keep building illegal shops and houses, which makes the area even more congested. And due to improper and enforcement of traffic laws, um, uh, people people park their bikes and cars everywhere, and they want to. So I think it just increases the problem. Then, what are some problems that can result from overcrowded living conditions in a tropical metropolitan city? When you try to ground up such high population in a congested area, I think it results in a great level of population, both the noise and the air. Obviously, there will be more motor vehicles, which will result in a more pollutant air and more traffic noise. Because the traffic crawls in our city, and other problems would be, I think, the disease vulnerability as during the time of COVID. I saw that it was so hard to maintain social distancing, especially in market. If you are in India, because of the uh, enormous crowd everywhere. And then there are other reasons. The lack of space also has a direct effect on your psychological and your physical growth as well. And then the exploitation of resources leads to inflation, and then there is lack of access to services like clean drinking water or sanitation, which leads to more diseases, increased disease rate in India, and I think the crime rate increases as well. So, in your opinion, what are some solutions to this problem? I don't exactly know one solution. Could be building a better infrastructure. The cities should provide a better and safer housing for the people, as nearly 50% of the Mumbai's population lives in slums. I mean, they provide a great plot for the fields, for the poor, and lovely. wretches for the liberal writing, but nobody tries to improve the situation or provide a solution for it. The grave consequences of overpopulation needs to be addressed by the government. The government should take steps to regulate the crowd somehow to disperse the population. Some even the roads they are so narrow, and even when they try to build flyovers project like that, and takes at least 4 to 5 years to get over in India. And during that time, overpopulation doubles, and then you need another flyover. And I think it's important to control the flow of people, and for that, you first need to understand where the flow is coming from. I think in short term, solutions like during festivals, we celebrate many festivals throughout the year. So if you have proper planning on how to disperse the crowd, you can avoid um, that can't you then that can't you compare the advantages and disadvantages of living in a high-rise apartment? I can't say much as I have never lived in one myself, but I think it will be fun as well as all the people were living in the same building. She will have a diverse neighborhood. She will socialize more. She will interact with people more. And if you are a fan of pretty views, as the people in the big cities, they starve for food, sky views. So I think if you are living on the top apartment, you can enjoy beautiful views around the cities, and obviously you will have the benefit of living a more peaceful life, because there will be no traffic noise or noise from the streets up and there, and yeah, I think those are, and also living in such buildings is considered luxurious in India. So once you have that, and the disadvantages, um, and disadvantage would be, I think, the shifting, moving in and moving out would be a great success for you. If you have a lot of furniture, and I think another problem would arise if you suffer from a medical condition or medical emergency, like, for instance, if one of your family members has high blood pressure or arthritis, then it is not favorable from for them to live in on the 20th floor at least. Other than that, I think slow elevators in some buildings are a problem. If you have, if you are in a hurry, you have to reach somewhere on time, that could be your problem. Other than that, I think it would be fun. That is that is so good, and we have reached the end of this speaking test. Thank you, thank you,